I'm winning today. I refuse to lose. I'm winning today, 'cause that's what I choose. Winning today, got my mind on victory. I'm winning today, nothing's gonna stop me. I'm winning today. I refuse to lose. I'm winning today, 'cause that's what I choose. Winning today, got my mind on victory. I'm winning today, nothing gonna stop me.
Refuse to lose.
Oh yes.
Winning, that's what I do.
Help me say I'm winning. I'm winning today. I refuse to lose. I'm winning today, 'cause that's what I choose. I'm winning today. Got my mind on victory. I'm winning today. Nothing is gonna stop me, 'cause I refuse to lose. I'm winning. Winning, that's what I do. I'm winning. I refuse to lose. Victory is my name. I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm more than a conqueror in my home. I'm winning on my job. I'm winning in my health. I'm winning in my mind. I'm winning in my family. They said I wouldn't make it, but I'm winning. They said I wouldn't be here today, but somebody go tell cancer. Please notify depression. Tell COVID-19. But most of all, let the devil know. You sure can't stop me. You can't block me, because if God be for me, he's more than the world against me. In my home, I'm winning. On my job, I'm winning. In my health, I'm winning. In my mind, I'm winning. In my family, they said I wouldn't make it, but I'm winning. They said I wouldn't be here today, but somebody go tell cancer. Please notify depression. Tell COVID-19. But most of all, let the devil know. You sure can't stop me. You can't block me, because if God be for me, he's more than the world against me. I'm winning. Yes, I'm winning. I refuse to lose. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. Yes, I'm winning. I refuse to lose. I'm winning. I'm winning.
Well, hello everyone. What an amazing day this is. Listen, I can tell you how excited I am that you are tuned in to Midday Bible Study. That's right. I believe God has a word for you, but I need you to do me a favor. I need you to hit that share button. I need you to call, text, tweet, yell down the hallway and tell them they got to tune in right now. God has a word just for you. Let's go in and be blessed. This is, I hope that you are doing fantastic on this day and that you're experiencing favor like never before. Do me a favor. First of all, would you make sure you hit the share button? Make sure you are sharing this with as many people as you possibly can. Share it with your circle, your family, your coworkers. Make sure you share it so that we can spread this as far as possible. In today's session, I'm going to talk about how to identify unhealthy relationships in your life. I think most people are oblivious to how significant and important great relationships are in your life and how essential they are for our well-being. And so knowing that, then it behooves us, and it is essential for us to take the steps to protect ourselves from those persons, those groups, those relationships that have the potential to be damaging to our health, both mentally and emotionally, even spiritually. Unhealthy relationships, ladies and gentlemen, can have a significant detrimental impact on your health and your well-being. It can affect your happiness. They can affect your perspective. They can certainly affect your self-imagery, your self-esteem, your viewpoint, your vantage point. And because they can have such a widespread effect in areas of your life, then again, it behooves you and I to streamline our company, to assess those who are attached to us, those who are acquainted with us, to be very sure that every single relationship that you and I are engaged in or have interaction with, they are healthiest that they can be. Now, the problem is most of us have some engagement with toxic individuals, and toxic relationships are for sure detrimental. They can even be abusive. They can cause you to question yourself. They can induce in you self-doubt. And so you have to be very sure that you are scrutinizing every person in your life that you are granting access to, and even those that you are considering granting some access to into your life, that you have to be sure as much as you can, be as discerning as you can to make sure that you are entertaining relationships that are going to enlarge you and that are going to expand you and that are going to be a place of safety for you. Now, here's the reality. While no relationship is perfect, there isn't any relationship that I have ever known, ever been a part of, ever seen through the means of counseling individuals. Let me tell you, no relationship is perfect. But it is important to recognize the signs or begin to notice the indicators of an unhealthy relationship and know what to do, either to change it or to end it. How tragic is it when we are equipped with the knowledge to know when things are toxic, and we are privy to understanding signs and indicators when things are bad for us, but we choose to ignore them and we proceed into these relationships and become further damaged unnecessarily, all because we would not heed the signs and simply either employ measures to change it amicably, change it through understanding and knowledge of each other, or to decide that this has got to come to an end. Now, ladies and gentlemen, unhealthy relationships No question about it. They contribute to perhaps the majority of the stress and the tension that you are under currently. Now, again, I'm not strictly talking intimate relationship. I can be a relationship, parent-child relationship, sibling relationship, work relationship. But whatever the definition of the relationship is, a great majority of the tension and the stress many individuals experience in their life can be attributed to the relationships that they are involved in. There is tension, there is conflict, there is stress, and it is not just limited to, again, a love affair or a work relationship. This is probably more prominent and more prevalent in family relationships than anyone wants to let on to. It amazes me that a great deal of the conflict and the stress that we experience relationally comes from family, comes from family members. And then that's a whole nother dynamic because it always amazes me how the people who should have nurtured us and should have supported us by instinct can be jealous, can be envious of you. And that's a whole different dynamic that comes with its own tension. But you have to be able to recognize the signs of unhealthy relationships when they are spiraling to a healthy place, or when they were unhealthy from the beginning, but again, you chose to ignore it, decided to proceed as planned with it. And then you get angry with the other individual for how they're acting, when the reality of the matter is they pretty much acted the same. They were consistent in their inconsistency, but you chose to go with it. And so nonetheless, I think one of the greatest indicators of unhealthy relationship is a poor communication, a poor line of communication. The communication is ineffective. This might involve you don't talk about your problems. Everything seems to be swept under the rug. Everything that you have a concern about or an issue with seems to get the reply, we'll talk about that later. We'll deal with that another time. And there's a pattern of avoiding difficult issues. And it can come down to you even expecting the other person to be a mind reader. Hear me when I tell you that the only way communication is accomplished in any relationship is that you have to verbalize it, and that you have to be in receipt of knowledge from the other individual, that they have heard it, they understand it, and they interpret it, right? Because relationships are going to be doomed as long as you are under the impression, well, they know what I mean. You know, they know how to read between the lines. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing contributes to more of an unhealthy relationship than a poor line of communication. When you lack the necessary skills that are so vital to be able to communicate effectively with each other. When it's a tragic thing when I'm walking around upset with my partner or the individual that you are involved in, and you're mad at them and they have no idea why. And when they inquire you as to why you're upset, you say, well, you should know, or you don't know me. Well, relationship is about constantly knowing, learning the other individuals, right? So stop thinking that the other person is a mind reader. The only way you can kind of zero in on a person's feelings for you is when you communicate what you like or do not like, and they do it or continue to do it. Now you can X off that they're not doing it because of ignorance. It's now an intentional act, right? But as long as you're walking around bottled up emotionally, well, she should know what I like, and he should know, I don't like this and that. Communication is so vital. No one is a mind reader. Stop getting defensive because I can't interpret your silence, right? You have to verbalize your wants, your needs, your desires, right? Now, there are some things naturally that you're going to pick up about the other person. They're going to pick up about you. Everything doesn't necessarily have to be said, but to ensure that there is no misunderstanding, to ensure that you're going to be what they need you to be in that particular moment, then it has to be communicated. And I can't tell you how many relationships spiral downwardly rapidly because of the inability to communicate. Now, there are some signs that I think you should use to kind of check out some of the relationships in your life and to see if they are long-term healthy for you or if they're going to be sort of cancerous. They're going to slowly come to a place of demise, and it's going to cost you time, emotional investment, and that you cannot get back. But I think there's some signs that if we would adhere to, that if we would open our eyes and become conscious of, that would cause us to avoid some unnecessary, potentially unrecoverable emotional damage. How do I know if I'm in a relationship that is unhealthy for me? Number one, it's crippling and not a conducive environment for your personal growth, self-expression, or evolving. Now that is vital, because anytime you express your desire to be more of an expanded individual, almost always it evokes a rageful resentment toward you because of your desire to want more or to be better and to have more out of life, because you not only desire it, but you understand that you deserve to have the kind of love that you're supposed to have. Now, incidentally, let me remind you, or let me say to you that everybody does not have the capacity to love you at the level you should be loved. And so the problem is that most of the time we compromise and we settle for the capacity people can love us at, rather than holding out, right? Waiting for the right person to come along who has the capacity, the compassion to love us at the level that we deserve to be loved. A great deal of the tension is that you are connecting with people and your capacity levels are totally different. This is all I can give, but this individual needs more, right? And so when you're giving as much as you can give and the other person needs some more, then ultimately the friction is going to become so overwhelming that the only option and the safe place for your heart and your mind and your spirit is going to be to detach and to disconnect, right? Because there's nothing more frustrating than loving somebody. Here's the issue. The problem is not loving hard. The problem is not getting loved hard in return. I hear people say it all the time, you love too hard. No, it's not that you love too hard. You're just loving someone hard who doesn't have the capacity to match your level of giving, your level of intimacy, your level of commitment and compassion towards you. And so that relationship has the potential to become doomed if things aren't changed and addressed and adjusted. When you're in a relationship and it's crippling, it's not an environment that fosters your personal growth, your self-expression, or involving. You want to be in relationships with people who challenge you. Hey, let's read this. Let's find a book to enlighten us together, right? And I think that's important to understand in relationships. The more things you can do together, as opposed to saying, well, you need to do this so you can become more. I think it's more accepted. It becomes more palatable. people's guards have a tendency to go down when they realize that you're not talking at them, but you're talking with them and saying, let's do this together. Let's have a relationship that we are both interested in our self-improvement, our self-expansion, our evolving. So, because the problem is you never want to grow without the person that you're connected with, right? You want to be at a place where you're with someone who wants to grow with you, who has an appetite for advancement in every single area of their life. Because healthy relationships, ladies and gentlemen, should offer and foster safe spaces for personal growth. Watch this, and contribute to your becoming. All right. If you're in a relationship with me, whatever definition that relationship is, if we are in some level of covenant together, then that means I have the responsibility, or I've chosen to accept the responsibility and the role of being a person that contributes to you becoming. I should never be content with leaving you the way that I found you, in the regard of in improving your life, or helping you see things from a different vantage point, or seeing life from a broadened perspective and from a deeper level of experience. Now, the reality of the matter is you should be with someone who is contributing to your becoming, people who are not intimidated by your desire for growth and happiness. Now, the problem is anytime your happiness has to be sacrificed for the survival of that relationship, then it's already done. Let me let that sink in for a moment. Anytime your happiness has to be sacrificed, anytime the stipulation or the prerequisites within the confinements of that relationship is the sacrificing of your happiness in order for the relationship to thrive or to flourish, then it's pretty much done already. No relationship can survive and be healthy, right? And be beneficial for all involved if the only way the relationship can survive is that I have to sacrifice my own happiness. Ladies and gentlemen, what happens is the other person or persons become internally frustrated. They become discontent, dissatisfied, and gravely regretful about their decision to enter the relationship. The problem is, what most people don't realize when they are sacrificing their own happiness in order for the survival of that particular relationship, is that they're always going to be miserable beyond their ability to define or articulate. Because there are people now who are in relationships that the only reason the relationship is still existing is because they have decided that they're going to prioritize someone else's happiness for the survival of the relationship. In other words, they sacrifice their own happiness for the relationship to exist, and that's not a long-term sustaining model. You have to reevaluate any relationship that you're not in the space to grow, to evolve, and have self-expression. Now, the second thing that I want to say to you in regards to these unhealthy relationships, how to really identify them and to take note of them, is that it takes more of a negative toll on you than it's providing a feeling of total bliss, enjoyment, and excitement. I know that I'm in a place that's unhealthy for me because it's taking more of a negative toll on me psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, even physically. It's taking more of a negative toll on me than it's providing a feeling of total bliss, enjoyment, and excitement. Now, if you feel like you're in a relationship that is draining your energy, always seems to leave you exhausted and spent, no doubt It's causing your level of enthusiasm and hopefulness to diminish for the resurgence of the passion you once had for it. Now, I want that to sink in because there are a lot of individuals who are saying, I'm gonna give it more time. Now, understand in this particular aspect of this relational presentation, my question to you is how much more time are you going to keep giving them to prove to you that they are a waste of your time? How much longer? I mean, seriously, I'll wait another 3 months, another year, another 5. How much more time are you going to keep giving to people to prove to you that they are a waste of your time? I know this relationship is unhealthy because it's suppressing my bliss, my joy, I should be enjoying you. I shouldn't be enduring you. Let me say that to you again. You should be enjoying them, not enduring them. They should be enjoying you, not simply enduring you. Because if you're in a relationship of any kind and it's taking this kind of taxation on your mind and on your heart and on your spirit and on your will, and you keep feeling so drained and internally you feel miserable, chances are that all of the enthusiasm and the passion that you have lost perhaps may never be recaptured or regained for that relation or that type of relationship again, because it's unhealthy. And at some point, you have to be grown enough to say to yourself, this is no good for me. And the challenge with that is, because I know what it's like to have something that's no good for me, but feels good to me. Every one of you do. You know this is going nowhere. But for now, I want this. This is the feeling. This is the feeling, the excitement that I want. But the truth of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, at some point you have to wise up and be grown enough to say to the other individual, and most of all, say to yourself, this is going nowhere. You know it's not going anywhere. You've seen this before. You've seen this particular cycle. And in your heart and your spirit is telling you this is not going to go anywhere. It's unhealthy. And so it's never going to be fulfilling. It's never going to be fruitful. And it's not going to be something that belongs in your future. I say it all the time. Just because they who want you don't mean they deserve you, right? And so you have to determine, is this an unhealthy pairing, partnership, covenant? Am I in this because of covenant, or am I in this because of convenience? Am I connected with them because this is covenant? This is meant to be. God said this. My heart is telling me this. Or am I connected in this because it's convenient? And it doesn't require much responsibility, doesn't require much accountability on my part, on the other individual's part. It's just convenient. But ladies and gentlemen, you'll look around and your life is passing you by and you're not growing with an individual. You're not building with a partner. You're not doing anything that's going to outlive you in your lifetime because you are so consumed by the convenience of relationships that are at the core unhealthy for you. And for some reason, you cannot let go. Ladies and gentlemen, again, no one can make that decision. It's a matter of maturity. It's a matter of self-reflection. It's a matter of, do I want to keep taking myself through these same kind of hoops and circles And ultimately, I know it's an unhealthy situation for me. Well, it's offering time, my friends, my partners from all around the country. It's time to give, to make investment, kingdom investment, sow seed into blessed soil that is sure to produce a significant harvest like you have never seen before. Again, let me, as always, thank all of you who continually support the work of God in this ministry. Not just on Sundays or any other days, but you support it every single week. And for that, I want to thank you. On this day, I'm going to challenge everyone that's watching me this day. I want you to release your faith. I want everyone that's watching that will watch. I want you to release a $30 seed offering. That's right. I want you to invest a $30 seed offering into the ground. I believe, in fact, I know that a harvest is going to come that's going to be plentiful for you. Your days of scarcity are over. When we tap into the system of sowing into the kingdom of God, God's obligated. He obligates himself to bless us in supernatural ways. Those of you who are maybe tithing on this day, of course, I want you to return the Lord's tithe, simply a tenth of everything God puts into your hand. All of the giving means are right here at the bottom of your screen. Find the one that's the most convenient for you, and please take advantage of it. Thank you in advance for your generosity. May heaven smile upon you and bless you real good.
Family, didn't we enjoy the presence of God on today? I know service was just amazing. I know you felt the presence of the Lord right there, wherever you're watching us from. Right now, it's giving time, and we want to make sure that we sow into the man of God's life. He's delivered a powerful word to uplift us and teach us and to encourage us, strengthen our faith. And now is your opportunity to participate in sowing a seed into the man of God's life. So easy to do. You can go to his personal cash app at $ Henry W. Bolden 3. Yeah, that's right. $ Henry W. Bolden 3. Or you can go to his personal website at henrybolden.com. Go ahead, sow a good seed into the man of God's life. God bless you.
Wow, can you believe our time is come and gone? Man, that was way too soon, but I trust you'll be here with me on next week. Yeah, I hope that everything that you've heard, every nugget, every bit of information is going to be beneficial to you and bless you for many, many, many days to come. Don't forget to tell someone to go back and watch the replay. Don't forget they can also comment and like and do all of those interactive things that I want you to do so that I know who we're ministering to and where we are ministering to you from. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social media platforms. You can send prayer requests. Go to my website, henrybolden.com. You can send praise reports, prayer requests, and I will respond to you. Well, I'm out of time for now, but always, as I say in parting, always remember that things can change for you at any moment. I'll see you next week.